Hey everyone, the Beard Baron here with episode 61 of Ask the Beard Baron, where I take your questions from around the internet, answer them right here. In the office, I'm here all day, and it's Friday, so this is a great day, great time of year for me. I love the warmer weather, but I do have some news to share, and that's the Alpine private stock collection is dwindling. It is almost sold out at thebeardbaron.com, so if you are a fan of Alpine, or if you haven't tried it yet, hit the link down below, check it out, pick up a bottle, pick up a tin, pick up a mustache wax, and enjoy it. It's a fantastic scent. But getting into your questions right now, and if you have one, leave it below. COJ from YouTube, referring to cleaning beard brushes, asks, how do you feel about using beard oils? Would water serve you well to wash those out? Well, COJ, you bring up a good situation here where a lot of guys are dealing with using different tools, whether it's combs or brushes, and coming into contact with your beard that has some sort of product in it, or if you're applying product. I usually tell guys, not usually, I always tell guys, don't apply product with a brush. This will be very complicated after time. There'll be so much different kind of buildup of oils, waxes, and any kind of debris, and it will all stick together and makes cleaning it that much more difficult. So in theory, with beard oil, you should be applying the proper amount to your beard so it's not over oiled, not under oiled. So if you do end up running a brush through it later on, it's not going to collect as much oil. Now, that being said, if you have a filthy brush and you need to clean it, I always tell guys, the last thing you want to do is to wash it with any kind of water, especially if your brush is a wooden brush. If it has a wooden handle, I'll tell you, don't submerge it if you don't have to. So what I would suggest is clean the brush as best as you can, meaning you want to always remove any kind of debris from it, any kind of beard hairs or head hair that you have in it. Remove all of that out, any lint, any debris that's collected on that lint, any kind of, disgusting facial skin kind of dandruff and flakes and all that stuff that all collects in there. Remove all of that out to the best of your ability. You can massage the bristles. You can use a comb to pick out the rows of the bristles on the brush. At that point, if you still need, and I'm talking to you absolutely need to wash your brush, you can make a little sudsy, mild soap or detergent mixed with some warm water, work it into the bristles, trying to avoid the wood. But if you have a ton of buildup on the wood, you can submerge your brush. But a huge disclaimer is, your brush could crack, it could break, it could weaken, the bristles could start falling out because there could be cracks on the bristle bed there. So I tell you, be careful with your brushes. This is one of those things where I usually only like to brush my beard if I need to get my beard back into some sort of shape, meaning if I just got out of bed or I wore a mask. I do not like to use a brush anywhere near a time where I've applied product. So your mileage may vary, your uses might go in different directions, so be careful of what you're doing, be mindful of what you're doing and when you're doing it with a brush. Brushes are fantastic, they feel great, but you've got to take care of them and be mindful of how you're using them. Was that a rant? I think that might have been a rant. Oh, my good friend Louis Ascanino from YouTube, he writes, would you do beard critique advice videos as part of these series? That's a great question. I know that the whole beard critique kind of thing has been going on for a bit, and I received some questions here and there. I don't know how the format would work out really, because I really would like it to be clear, concise, quick, and for the viewer to get the information they need and the advice that they need, obviously. So maybe it's something we can put together. Like I said, I'd want to work it out so it made a lot of sense to you, the viewer, and to everyone else who's partaking and watching as well. So someone who could get some sort of, educational purpose away from it. Jacob Dean from YouTube writes, Mojave is so good, clean, juicy, and fresh. I think lately Alpine has been my go-to if I don't know what I'm in the mood for, but Mojave is right there. What would you say is your longest lasting scent you've ever created? Well, Jacob, this is a pretty tricky question because there's been so many scents, right? But I would have to say, for the most part, the kind of ground rule is that the heavier the scent, the longer lasting it tends to be. So the lighter, fruity, tropical kind of scents, which I absolutely love them, my favorites, they don't tend to last as long as the big heavy hitters, the more heavier scents that, like say Fireside, Imperial, Orient Express, just from the permanent collection, those three, very long lasting. Private stock wise, I would have to say Bellevue was a very long lasting scent, and Maharaja is also a very long lasting scent right now, which is available at thebeardbaron.com. So if that's something you're interested, I would highly suggest that. But those are the kind of the real standouts in my mind if I'm just going right off the top of my head. But yeah, the heavier the scent, longer lasting, lighter the scent, less longer lasting. Less longer lasting. Does that make sense? As always, guys, I love getting on here, answering your questions. Keep them coming. I'll keep these episodes rolling. Like I said, 61. It's a lot of episodes. I look forward to making many, many more, guys. Check out thebeardbaron.com. Like I said, Alpine is almost gone. Check out Mojave and Maharaja on there. Two beautiful scents for this time of year. So definitely check it out. I love you guys. Hit the links, hit a like, subscribe, do whatever you'd like. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. But until then, take care.